Pleiadian High Council Transference, the Rebirth posted by Lauren on Tuesday, November 8, 2011. Important to note, this transmission is encoded with specific frequencies that the Pleiadian High Council have asked me to distribute to those in resonance. This means that the energy contained within this article will activate, accelerate and/or align you to the source code frequencies, those codes that are contained within our God DNA. As a disclaimer, these frequencies have the potential to greatly accelerate your awakening process and the activation of your divine blueprint. I am sure most of you are feeling it already, but we are in a pretty profound passage this week, and so I have been asked by the Pleiadian High Council on what they call a special mission of service to address some things that they feel we would benefit from knowing. Please bear with me as I have not fully integrated this information, which I try to do, at least a little, before I post an update. However, there is a sense of urgency behind this that is forcing me to wing it. As always, the energy of the article is more important than the words that are preceding our mental comprehension of it all. 11-11-11, preparation. If I could sum up this entire update in one word, it would be hunker down and ground. And how? The PHC came bursting through the veil yesterday with a preparation message for the 11-11 this week, saying that we need to make a conscious effort to stabilize and anchor ourselves in the earth plane, because the incoming frequencies are not only powerful, but in the words of the council, are literally restructuring the physical foundation of your existence with the source codes of regeneration. What we would like for you to understand is that the upcoming alignment is the one you have been waiting for. It is ostensibly the most powerful event of the ages, an adjustment that will enhance your lives in every way. PHC. From the perspective of the Pleiadians, the purpose of the 11-11 gateway is to anchor the frontrunners of new humanity both into the crystalline unity grid, the portal to full multidimensional consciousness, and into the heart center, crystalline core, of our planet, that which will precipitate the final integration period, the alignment of the physical body. This unprecedented alignment between the Earth and those star beings, lightworkers ready to be plugged in, will apparently trigger a great psychic and physical opening that the PHC are coming forth to address. The changes that we speak of are psychic in nature, but also offer you the unique ability to harness the power of Earth to propel you out of limitation and into pure love. PHC. From what I can understand, this sacred passageway is bringing us into alignment with both the forces of nature, Earth, as well as the forces of creation, cosmic, which is not only enabling activating this heightened sense of perception and pure love that the unseens have been telling us about for so long, but it also the divine dispensation that the ultra-sensitives have been waiting for to balance themselves and be released from the electromagnetic distortions that caused so much suffering for so many years. This activation is infusing your biology with the new source codes of mastery arriving through the 11-11. These changes can certainly be felt in your cells as feelings of fatigue and detoxification discomfort. However, this particular activation is responsible for addressing the physical body's connection to the planetary body, and will result in the release from suffering. PHC. I am hearing that there will be an adjustment period required to align our bodies with the new frequencies of what they call the 12th level of galactic initiation, but that this will pale in comparison to the journey to get here because of this reconnection to the planet. The PHC are calling this alignment with our mother a kind of surge protector, in the sense that we will now be safeguarded from the heavy infusions through the disbursement of these energies through the planetary grid. Note, for those starseeds, indigos, blue-rays who are unable to fully ground into the lower dimensions due to the, sometimes frightening, electromagnetic discordance created from the genetic implants placed within humanity's lower three-body system, I am being asked to specifically enforce the fact that it is safe now to enter your bodies fully. The planet is prepared for you now, and you will be supported. Apparently up until this point the starseeds, lightworkers, indigos, etc. were the only anchors for this energy, which meant we had to channel these ridiculously high frequencies through our bodies alone, and while spread out all over the world, in order to ground the vibrations of universal love into the planet and assist the Earth in her own ascension. We were the acupuncture needles required to open and stimulate the flow of Chi through the crystalline grid. But as of the 11/11 and throughout 2012, the Earth is aligning with her divine blueprint, which means that we are now sharing the burden with her, which will of course make all our jobs way less cumbersome. Gives new meaning to the phrase, "Many hands make light work." Those at the forefront are embodying the mastery activation codes and distributing them to the rest of humanity through the shared planetary crystalline grid, which is easing the process on both humanity and the Great Mother. This will be a magnificent change for both the planet and for those at the Guild. PHC Transference. The PHC say that those at the forefront of new humanity are about to experience a coming together of unparalleled proportional weaving of cosmic intelligence within your earthly bodies that will astound you, and that we are soon to experience a multidimensional understanding of the forces of intelligence at work, thereby enabling us to realize a great many things never before seen or understood. The visual I am given is that we are turning on our heart lights, which will illuminate our entire being from the inside out, disabling our ability to cast shadows as every area of our lives is lit up with clarity and truth. BTW, really sorry for that Neil Diamond ditty now spinning on repeat in your head. If it makes you feel any better, that played out elevator track was inspired by the movies E.T., which, incidentally, is about an extraterrestrial who comes to Earth and is literally dying to leave. Irony, the reason the Council is sharing this information is to enlighten us to a process that we will be undergoing that they call transference, which they say is the energetic transfer of crystal intelligence from your higher self to your lower three bodies. Apparently we will be undergoing this transfer until the 12/12 gateway, by which we will receive the final set of activation codes that will enable the integration of our full body ascension, the manifestation of pure divinity in form. I am also being told that this process requires our participation, especially between November 11th and 12/12/11, and that we will need to assist in the transfer of information from one body to another akin to a file transfer on a computer. We will need to ensure the proper routing. What we mean is this: as your lower three bodies align with your crystal avatar self, you will undergo a temporarily amplified release from Dross, an expansion that will catapult you into a heightened state of sensorial-based bliss and clear conscious awareness. Many of you are already beginning to feel these energies enliven you as your cells take on the full radiance of crystal love. Following this climax of sorts, that is to say, the peak of this energy transfusion, you will be required to consciously maintain your temporal existence throughout this period of great expansion. PHC. Now, I barely know on a mental level what any of that means, other than the fact that the Seven Sisters have alluded to something like this in the past. Alls I know for certain is that through this Stargate, we need to keep our feet solidly on the ground, because if we don't channel this energy properly, meaning into the Earth, the PHC say we can be overcome by, get this, feelings of elation. They go on to say that even though it seems contradictory, the feeling of release precipitated by this expansion can be quite ecstatic, and if left unfocused, can result in what they call spiritual detachment. I imagine they are referring to a type of blissed out, the popular escapism so prevalent in New Age circles. It's hard to say without a doubt, but the feeling I am getting is that this happening is related to all those things the Seven Sisters have referred to in the past in various ways as quickening, rapture, light body expansion, tightening, moment of truth, bestowal of grace, inception, etc. Since I am piecing this together like the rest of us in the front car of this surreal roller coaster of creation, I am thinking that this transference process follows the light body expansion that the sisters described to us as an expansion of great realization, An infusion of light intelligence that supersedes all limited human understanding and occurs at the moment of inception when the physical body interfaces with the divine body, or the Ka, which sounds pretty similar to what the PHC are saying here. Actually, the Council just confirmed that by saying inception is the word that we have used in the past to loosely describe the moment of release from the fear. Body transference is a word we use to describe the process of it, the exchange of crystal intelligence as the spirit body interfaces with the physical body, which is a simultaneous happening. This is the period of dissolution of the mortal body template and the emergence of the divine body template. And this is nothing to fear. Contrary to that, you will take great delight in this passage. Whatever is happening or how, I am going on record to say, it's a big deal. Luckily, we don't need the mental understanding to experience it. And experience it we will. Earth Star Chakra. These energies are powerful and if not managed properly can cause electrical shortages and feelings of ungroundedness in extreme cases, flights of fancy. PHC to assist us in grounding ourselves this week and through to the 12/12, the PHC say the 11/11 brings with it a deeper level encodement, activation and opening of our Earth Star Chakra, which will enable a fortified connection to the planet that will offer us reprieve but that we have to consciously utilize. Worth mentioning that all this grounding is extra stressful on the spine, feet, legs, knees, lower back, and all corresponding organ systems related to the root sacral plexus chakras. Salt baths, stretching, walks in nature and conscious breathing help a great deal for the physical discomfort, as well as consciously moving the energy out of our bodies and into the earth. The only thing that is really required to ground is to hold the awareness of our connection to earth. However, if you feel like that is not enough, you can visually move energy through your body and into the planet by visualizing your Earth Star Chakra, which is roughly a foot beneath your feet and which connects you to the core of Earth. This connection acts as our grounding wire and secures our energy body to the Earth plane by aligning us with Earth's elemental energies. The PHC recommends that we channel these cosmic energies through our crown, down our spine, out through the soles of our feet and into our Earth Star Chakra, which connects us to the core of the planet with a dark silver-brownish cord of light. I, myself, am not a big fan of meditation or visualization or anything really that requires extra sensory effort, but based on what I am being shown, even I may make use of some visual aids. For those who like to keep it simple, one of my favorite and absurdly easy grounding techniques is what I call magnet feet, where I imagine that my feet are magnets that are clamped to the ground by the pull of Earth's metal core. Though honestly, I find laughter to be the best remedy. Second to that would be cooking or baking or just spending time with loved ones. I say, whatever works. Lastly, the Council recommends that we begin to hold the awareness of our Earth Star Chakra and connection to the planet's heart center starting today, through the 11/11 and for the 3 days that follow the event. After that, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Happy Rebirth Day, Lauren. Think with your heart.net